Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Kasi binabanggit palagi yung pangalan ko.
Okay, Congressman Acop, you have the floor now. Go ahead.
General Bakay, there are only 4 officers above you. Di po ba? TCDS, huwag kang bubulong-bulong dyan, Karamat. Hindi siguro yung DCO, kasi hindi niya domain yun eh. Pwede siguro yung DCA, at saka si Chief PNP lang ang kumausap. Di ba? Alam naman natin yun eh. Pagsisinungalingan nyo pa ako eh. Galing ako dyan.
This document to prove na itong mga kasama doon sa mga nag-grade ay hindi nirelieve dahil doon sa pag-grade nila ng Pogo, Your Honor.
I think hindi naman mahirap sa nasagutin nyo na General Bakay.
By the way, Mr. Chair, while waiting, gusto ko lang iklaro yung pangalan ni General Kamat, Mr. Chair.
Sige, go ahead.
General Karamat. So, malinaw pala na may instruction, written instruction, directive, si General Karamat. So, yung iniisip ng publiko na si General Karamat ang protector ng illegal POGOs, it's very clear na kung ganon, hindi niya sisibakin yung mga bata kung bata niya yon. Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, may directive eh, may memo. So, mabuti pala, General Karamat, napag-usapan to. Actually, alam ko yung background mo, okay naman eh. Especially yung iyong wife. No?
You want to say something, Congressman Paduano?
And,
you were whispering, and I can hear the sound of your voice in my left ear.
Baka masasagot na nito.
Wait. Order. So, will you allow the interjection of Congressman Paduano?
Pwede, Mr. Chair, marami akong utang dyan eh.
Okay, go ahead. Chairman Paduano, you have the floor.
Chairman, but of course, that is the manifestation of Chairman Busita, no, Congressman Busita. I just like to put in the record that is his manifestation and his conclusion with regard to what really happened. But it does not conclude that indeed, diba, General Karamat never, as asked by Chairman Acop, never talked to his mista. Diba? Not just because there is a document not coming from General Karamat. Indeed, General Karamat and General Bakay never talk to each other. Diba? Mas ang ano dito, the presence of that person in which sabi ni General Bakay kanina, prepares the document. And ako nga, sabi ko nga, you're the OIC, you're the most highest ranking official in that office, you just signed the document from your staff. Oh, sino yung staff na yun? Diba? Medyo, normally, sa opisina, bibigay siya yung staff mo, pipirmahan mo ba? Kung hindi mo malang matanong, saan galing to? Gaano to? Or, ang pinaka-the best is, you read it. Just make sure that the document, sabi nga ni Chairman Acop, hindi kayo lilibing ng dokumentong yun. Diba kaya, it is not conclusive, Mr. Chairman. At the same time, ako, para sa akin, we should produce that person. Kasi, eto ngayon, Chairman, when Chairman Acop, who was then the PNP chief, General Bakay mentioned about now, that the PNP chief Marbel. To be fair with the PNP chief, he's not here. And now we will conclude that it's the PNP chief who orders the staff for General Bakay to sign.
No, Mr. Chair.
That's why, what I'm saying is, we have to produce that person that was mentioned by General Bakay as the head of the, what do you call this, publishing? Publication. We have to produce that person. Or else, I still have doubt that Bakay and Karamat talk to each other, bilang mista, nag-usap, arbor. Or, now the PNP chief is being dragged. The name of the PNP chief, Marbel, is being dragged in this investigation because of the statement of and the answer of General Bakay to the query of Chairman Acop. I think that's unfair.
Mr. Chair, that's why.
Order. Wait. Order. So, please refrain from speaking if the both chair does not recognize you first. So, Congressman Acop wanted to interject. Will you allow it, Congressman?
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Again, this is the second time. So, with your indulgence.
Yes,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Kasi binabanggit palagi yung pangalan ko.
Okay, Congressman Acop, you have the floor now. Go ahead.
General Bakay, there are only 4 officers above you. Di po ba? TCDS, huwag kang bubulong-bulong dyan, Karamat. Si TCDS, DCO, DCA, at saka si PNP. Sino kaya doon sa 4 na yun na nagbigay ng order? Sabi mo, hindi ikaw ang binigyan ng order. Siguro yung staff mo ang binigyan ng order. Which I doubt. Kasi pag ikaw ang chief PNP, yung head of office ang tinatawagan. Never yung small Indian. Di ba? Oh, so, 4 lang yung opisyal na superior mo. Sino kaya sila sa 4 ang nagbigay ng order sa tao mo? Hindi naman pwede siguro yung TCDS. Hindi siguro yung DCO. Kasi hindi niya domain yun eh. Pwede siguro yung DCA at saka si chief PNP lang ang kumausap. Di ba? Alam naman natin yun eh. Pagsisinungalingan nyo pa ako eh. Galing ako dyan.
General Bakay, please answer.
Yes, sir. When I was the OIC, I was also at the same time the Deputy Director. And every orders coming to our office, Mr. Chair, it comes from publication. By the way, the officer in charge is Major Irene Hizon. It's Major Irene Hizon.
Major Irene.
Hizon, Mr. Chair. And all of these orders coming from the publication are orders also coming from the Office of the Chief PNP na dinadaan po siguro kay SEA. So ang flow of these orders, yun po. And unfortunately, during my time, hindi po ako tinatawagan diretso to issue orders. I was the OIC only for about less than a month, Mr. Chair, because nag-retire yung director mismo and hindi pa I was the OIC only for 2 weeks. So hindi ko po na-experience yung ako po tinawagan mismo ni Chief PNP to implement orders. And in this case of the CIDG, nakarating na lang po sa table ko ang memorandum directing the director of CIDG to relieve Colonel Buyakan, which I did sign. Hindi na po ako nagtanong, Mr. Chair.
So in that case, we will be inviting the SEA and Mayor Irene Hizon. Major, yes, I said Major. Major Irene Hizon and the SEA. Okay, sino head ng SEA?
Na-relieve na rin po kasi siya, but the SEA that time was Brigadier General Chris De La Cruz of General Marine.
Brigadier General.
Yes, Mr. Chair.
Christopher
De La Cruz, Mr.
De La Cruz. Can we invite the General himself?
Mr. Chair, to continue.
Sige, go ahead.
General Bakay, sir. Si Colonel Buyakaw, after na ma-terminate sa kanyang post, binigyan po ba siya ng assignment?
With your indulgence, Major General Karamat, kasi si IDG po yung unit na involved.
Mr. Chair. Okay, General Karamat, sir, please.
What again, Congressman Busita?
Itinatanong po natin, Mr. Chair, kung after na ma-relieve si Colonel Buyakaw, binigyan po ba siya ng assignment?
Okay, General Karamat, please answer.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. General Buyakaw was temporarily placed at Admin Holding Center at the CIDG habang naghahanap pa ng mababakanting position para sa kanya. But yung sinabi nila na he was transferred sa Mindanao at saka yung mga kasama niya, there's no truth to that information. Actually, General Buyakaw was at present is the regional chief of CIDG Region 3. Siguro yun yung wisdom ng mga command group natin, mga leaders natin, para ilagay doon para matutukan talaga itong pugo na dating inoperate niya sa Region 3. So I could not question the wisdom of the chief PNP bakit na-relieve si General Buyakaw, pero nakita ko yun pala yung wisdom niya.
Mr. Chair, i-clarify ko lang. Nirelieve is it Colonel or General?
Colonel Buyakaw, sir.
Yes.
I stand corrected, sir.
Gusto ko lang ma-clarify, General Karamat, sir. Na-relieve si Colonel Buyakaw. Nilagay sa Admin Holding Center. In other words, floating status. Then, currently, siya ngayon ang Regional Chief ng CIDG Region 3. Tama po ba?
Correct po, Your Honor.
Kailan po siya inilagay doon?
It was not my time already, sir, but Colonel Buyakaw conducted the raid on, I think, February, and he was relieved around March, and he was relieved after 1 month. After 1 month. For the information of this committee, General Buyakaw was relieved from his post because he did not meet the standard of the new leadership of the Chief PNP because,
General Karamat, sir, excuse po.
yes, sir.
Ang pinag-uusapan po dito, yung immediate relief ni Colonel Buyakaw, na hindi nga alam ni General Bakay Nagperma lang siya Kaya, with all due respect, General Karamat, sir, wag niya po ninyong i-justify. And, Mr. Chair, there are more than 10 police personnel na kasama na relieve or na-transfer sa iba't ibang assignments. So, ito po ba pinili nila, General Karamat, sir?
You're correct, Your Honor. Actually, I have a document here signed by the President Director of the CIDG explaining or the evidence why all this personnel was relieved. It's either they requested to be relieved or to be reassigned to another unit. So, duly signed by the President Director of the CIDG, sir. So, I will submit this document to prove na itong mga kasama doon sa mga nag-raid ay hindi ni-relieve dahil doon sa pag-raid nila ng Pogo, Your Honor.
General, can you kindly submit to this chairman that documents pertaining to the reason why they were relieved?
Yes, Your Honor.
Para for the information of the members of this committee.
Mr. Chair, to follow up the statement of General Karamat,
You have only have
1 second.
Hindi naman, 2 minutes. Nagagalit na si
Thank you, Mr.
Congressman
Chair.
Jojo Lara.
General Karamat, sir, nakikita ko po sa iyo, ginajustify mo Pero, the question is, mahirap paniwalaan po Why? After 2 consecutive successful operations, sa halip na bigyan ng awards and commendations na pagsisibak o na transfer itong mga tao na to. Kaya po, pasensya, with all due respect, hindi po valid yung justification mo Bakit? Kadami naman ng matatransfer o masisibak, bakit sila pa after the operations? Alam natin na as per report, maganda yung kanilang operations. And kaya tayo, Mr. Chair, sincere dito, in line with the instruction of our President, itong banning ng Pogo, hindi ganun kadali na mapipigilan yan. At kung hindi ito mabigyan ng proper attention, Mr. Chair, matatakot na yung police personnel natin. Kaya po, dapat talaga, protection na natin ang mabubuti at mga responsableng police personnel, Mr. Chair. Yan lamang po. Maraming salamat.
Okay, thank you so much. We will be going to the next. Before we proceed on that, I need to show something lang. Si Congressman Jojo Lara muna. But so you want to I'm going there. After this para lang hindi lang maputol. Nga yung para lang i-validate natin yung birth certificate para at least confirm na natin ngayon that Cassandra Lim Ong is a Chinese. Because they were able to get a yes, can you kindly ayan na si Cassandra Catherine Cassandra Leong ay Chinese siya. So ang tatay niya is Richard Ong Chow Hong. Okay? And then yung isang birth certificate ng tatay naman niya na Chinese din yung kanyang tatay. And at the same time, ano ba yung isang yan. Okay, so basically, ayan na naman, problema na naman natin sa PSA. Okay, yung pagkuha ng late registration. Ang istorya na naman ito, Yusek Gilbert, can you kindly explain this, these 2 birth certificates?
Okay, sir. As to the modus on how Cassandra Leong gained her Filipino citizenship, sir. This is the same with suspended Mayor Alice Go. Yung ginagamit po nila, sir, is late registration of birth certificate. At kadalasan, even in the birth certificate of Cassandra Leong, sir, makikita nyo sa hilot na naman pinanganak ito, sir. And yung nagpaanak sa kanyang hilot, patay na rin. So this is the same modus operandi being used. And si Cassandra Leong, pinanganak po siya noong 2000 and then late registration ginawa 2001. Na-register po ito sa PSA at yun po yung nakalagay sa baptismal certificate niya. Most likely, sir, ang assumption namin dito, sir, is that Cassandra Leong ay pinanganak sa China. 1 year old po siya nung dinala rito sa Pilipinas. Then, nag-late registration po sila.
Okay, so basically 58% yung kanya plus 10% doon sa isang Chinese. So sa isang Chinese pa rin another 10%. Kaya lumalabas 98% sila. Dalawang Pilipino lang ang tig 1%. So basically that will be that property belongs to the government. The chair would like to acknowledge the presence of our Secretary General Reggie Velasco. Okay, so doon lang mayroong itutuloy lamang si Chairman Paduano, no, with regards to sa issue nung kay municipal engineer. Municipal engineer. Bago niya siya magtanong, remember you are under oath,
Yes po.
Under oath ka, ha? Tanda mo yan, ha?
Yes.
So may tatanong sa iyo si Chairman Paduano about dun sa project na pinagawa doon sa right of way.
Yes po.
Ha? Mag-ingat tayo sa pagsasagot, ha? Dapat malaman natin kung sino talaga nagpagawa nun, ha? Kayo ba? Or private ba talaga or government?
As per sa record po namin, wala po kaming...
O yun ang sagot mo kanina, iba sagot mo, ha? Sabi mo kanina may-ari ang nagpagawa.
Yes po. Yung sa record po sa government, wala po kaming pinagawa.
O sige, Congressman Paduano, you have the floor.
Anyway, yun yung tanong ko eh. So you confirm that walang pera. It is a private.
Yes po, Your Honor.
So until now, that is a private property.
Yes po, Your Honor.
It was not donated to the government.
I have no idea between the right of way po nung papunta po dun sa Angeles side, Your Honor. Pero yun sa akin po.
Sandali.
Ano po?
Kasi di ba ang lupa, kaya nga binakuran ng likod, di ba? Supposedly doon talaga yung sa Purak na malapit, di ba?
Yes
so
po.
dito sila gumawa ng daan going to Angeles, tama?
Yes po.
And part of it is Angeles and part of it is Purak, tama? Now, you are from Purak, di ba?
Yes po.
Wala pa dito yung taga-Angeles. Chairman, nandito ba yung taga-Angeles?
Angeles na, tungkol saan?
Hindi, municipal engineer
Siya, municipal engineer.
No, he's from Purak. Wala ba? Wala dito?
Hindi. Purak lang to.
Mr. Chairman, ganito lang po. Ito, again, the chairman reminds you, you're under oath. Mr. Chairman, in the next hearing, we will invite the municipal engineer or city engineers of Angeles. At the same time, the head of the assessor's office of Angeles.
And we'll be also asking the Chairman Paduano yung list ng project ng DPWH.
Yeah.
Malaman natin.
Again, ito, hindi, kasi city engineer's office eh. So, sa city, ang municipal engineer's office, di ba? So, munisipyo ng Purak, tama? Ang assessors nandito?
Mr. Chair, the municipal assessor was unable to attend.
Why?
Because of her advanced pregnancy, Mr. Chair, hindi po siya makatravel.
Oh, anong advance pregnancy? Ilang buwan na ba?
Due na po siya ng July 31, Mr. Chair.
June, July 31?
Opo. So the doctor advised her not to travel.
Ay, ano
Mr.
niya?
Chair, galing
Assistant?
po Porac.
Assistant niya?
Mr. Chair, wala po kaming assistant
O,
assessor.
sinong next to the assessor's office head?
We will
you bring that person?
we will make him we will make this
O, you bring that person in
available.
the next hearing that can answer the query of this committee?
Yes, Mr.
O,
Chair,
now,
I will do that.
balikan kita. O, sige, again, tatanungin kita. Sigurado ka pa na yung buong daan doon, private?
Your Honor, as per po dun sa namin, sa boundary po namin, I cannot stand for Angeles po. Pero dun sa Porac side po, Your Honor, alam ko po, pagkakalam ko, based on my personal knowledge po, private po yung daan for now.
Oh, you submit na lang this committee. Kailan ba ginawa yung daan na yun? When was that started?
Wala rin po akong idea,
Huh?
Your Honor, kung
Taga city engineer ka, hindi mo alam? When was you assigned? When was you assigned?
Actually po, I assume office po as municipal engineer, November 2018, Your Honor.
Oh, tititin kailan ginawa yung more or less, yung estimate mo, yung daan.
Based on my recollection, Your Honor, medyo matagal na po eh. Way back 2018 pa po, andyan na yung...
O di, Mr. Chairman, pakisabit lang po lahat ng mga records doon sa mga projects ng
Yes po.
Municipal Engineering Office at the same time yung kuha ang report.
Yes po.
Okay,
Ito Mr. Chairman, nakasunod na rin. Baka alam mo.
Dinatnan ko na lang po nung umupo.
Umupo kayo as mayor.
Yes, Your Honor.
Previous to that, are you the vice mayor or the councilor of the town?
Barangay captain po ako.
From Barangay Captain, you ran as mayor and you won.
Yes, Your Honor.
So you never been a councilor of your town?
Vice Mayor nung 2007.
Oh, 2007. Oh, you check. Anong vice mayor ka? Nandun na ba yung daan doon?
Palagay ko nandun na po yun, Your Honor.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yes, Your Honor.
Wala pang, what's the interest of, or those, Sino yung mga doon, mayari?
Roberto.
What's the interest of Roberto doing that, di ba, constructing that road on that year.
Yes,
Without
Your Honor.
any business.
Hindi, kasi doon na yung 100 hectares, doon na yung entry-exit nila.
When was that? Yung 100 hectares, when was that purchased by that Pogo company?
I'm not really sure, Your Honor.
Mr. Chairman, LRA nandito ba? LRA? Wala. Mr. Chairman, we better, Chairman, I will better invite LRA in the next hearing and submit to this committee all the pertinent document with regards to 100 hectares being claimed and mentioned by Mayor. Yung 100 hectares. We'll check if indeed that land is owned by the Pogo operator and that 8.2 hectares. When was that constructed, Mr. Chairman? Because we need to see it kasi dalawang municipality yun.
All right.
And again, Mr. Chairman, sending invitation to the municipality of Angeles, inviting the assessors at the city municipal engineer's office. Pakilagay lang po yung mga documents that we need with regards to that property owned by that Pogo, yung construction of that road. Wala rin kasi at the end of the day, if you're not telling the truth, lalabas din. At that is on record.
Yes, Your Honor.
Ay kami that is on record.
Apo.
Hindi pa ako tapos, mamaya, pag may time ako, tatanungin pa kita. Kasi it just pertains to the road. And yung kay Cassandra, Mr. Chairman.
Yes,
Cassandra Ong.
Go ahead.
Pwede ka na ituloy?
Yes, go
Okay.
ahead. Before you proceed, the chair would like to recognize the presence of the Deputy Speaker, J.J. Suarez, and the Chairman, Joboy Aquino, who are here. Thank you, sir, for being here. Go ahead, you can proceed, Congressman.
Anyway,
Chairman Paduano.
binuksan mo na rin po yung kay Cassandra Ong. Sir, Yusek, Pahok, if I hear it correctly, may holdings na kayo kay Cassandra Ong. Tama po.
Yes, sir.
So Cassandra Ong is using 2 passports. Both?
Sir, I think
BID, if the DFA is present, Mr. Chairman? Wala.
Congressman Paduano, nakatingin na sa akin si Jojo Lara.
Hindi. Binigyan mo ko time. Yung DFA, tinatanong ko
Briefly,
dito.
briefly kasi medyo kanina pa si Jojo. Sige, go ahead.
Yusek, ito na lang po.
2 minutes.
Wala bang DFA dito? Chairman, walang DFA. Wala.
Foreign Affairs, I don't think that we have invited.
BID wala din. BID wala din.
No, we invited the Bureau of Immigration.
Bureau of Immigration nandito ba?
Wala sila.
On the next hearing, Mr. Chairman, Mr. Chairman, will invite DFA and BID and we're going to submit all the pertaining documents with regards to Cassandra Ong, the personality of that person.
Yes.
Yusek, ito, last na lang po, Yusek.
Yes, sir.
Para mabilis kasi nagmamadali si Chairman kagaya kay Kong Jojo. Yusek, yung holdings ba is confirmed by DFA and BID?
Yes, sir. Actually, may isa lang ang passport niya, sir. She's using Philippine passport.
So she's using Philippine passport. Unlike in all other investigations we had in this Congress, in this 19th Congress, marami po using 2 passports.
Yes,
no, they claim to be Filipinos, but they're going abroad the Chinese passport. Now, in the case of Cassandra, you confirm.
Yes, sir. Just a Philippine passport.
So it is coordinated with DFA. Walang record.
DFA and the Bureau of Immigration.
Immigration. When was the last time that Cassandra Ong travels abroad?
Sa ngayon, sir, wala pa po kami record, but we can check with the Bureau of
Hindi,
Immigration.
kailangan natin kasi is now, ano ba, may cases was filed already?
Yes, sir. Yes,
So,
sir.
you
Incorporator siya, sir, ng...
So if there's a case filed, better at the very least, dapat nakatimbre na sa BID. Kung hindi man no departure order, sa watchlist na. Red flag na tayo dapat, di ba? Because she has a pending case.
Yes, sir.
So, Chairman,
I think notified na BID about Cassandra, right?
Meron.
Meron ng notification ng BID about her. Because case were filed already. And as a matter of fact, ano siya,
anyway, Chairman,
Sige, go ahead.
ano na lang po, paki-invite na lang po ang DFA at saka BID and all the records of Cassandra Ong with regards to passports, either Philippine passport or Chinese passport, and the last entry and exit of Cassandra Ong in the country.
Okay.
Thank you, Chairman.
Thank you so much. So, finally, Congressman Lara, you have the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Address ko lang kay Chairman Al. Kasi hindi ko naabutan kanina yung opening. May nagtanong na yata sa amin. May pagkakaiba ba ang Pogo at saka IGL?
Actually po, yung previous administration at nagkaroon po kami nung nakita po namin na marami po doon sa 298 ay involved na nga sa iba't ibang uri ng mga criminal activities. Minarapat po namin una palitan yung guidelines and yung buong structure po nung nung mga licensees, at dahil nga hindi na rin po maganda yung imahe ng Pogo, ang desisyon po namin para total cleansing po, palitan po yung Pogo into IGL or Internet Gaming Licenses po. But definitely, Congressman Lara, structure-wise, gayon din naman ang mga guidelines, totally po, baka 80% po napalitan po talaga.
So, tama ba pagkakaintindi ko? Parehas, nagkaiba
Opo,
pala.
in the end ho yan. Yan din ang hanap buhay niyan. Parehas po. Kaya po sinabi ko kay Congresswoman Castro kanina, doon po sa utos ng Pangulo, damay po lahat.
Yan. Maraming salamat. Ito ang susunod na katanungan ko lang. Nung nakaraang pagdinig, nabanggit nyo po na wala kayong na-issue, no, with due respect sa CESA. Kaya ko lang po babalikan ito. Ano po, kasi may lumabas po kasi na article after our past hearing na kinuha yung statement na wala po kayong na-issue doon o dun sa mga EDCA sites malapit na mga Pogo license. Ano po? So, ang tanong ko dito sa iyo, kasi madami pong nagsasabi sa akin na hindi po kasama talaga ang CESA dahil it is beyond your authority.
Opo.
Tama po ba ako doon, Chairman Al?
Tama po kayo, Congressman Lara.
Kasi magkaiba po yung statement na wala kayong ini-issue at yung hindi nyo sakop o saklaw. Tama po ba ako doon?
Kung bibigyan nyo po ako ng panahon makapagpaliwanag, Congressman Lara. Yung po kasing dalawang katanungan po yung tinanong sa akin nung nakaraan Meron po bang kayo rin po yata doon sa may mga EDCA sites? Ang sabi ko, which hindi naman po nasasakop ng CESA yon. Ang sagot ko po sa inyong katanungan noon, wala pong in-issue kailanman ang PAGCOR ng mga lisensya doon po sa mga malapit o nakapaligid sa EDCA sites. Pagdating naman po sa CESA, maliwanag po sa kanila pong charter, yung kanila pong charter ay pambihira sapagkat sila po ay may kapangyarihan or authority na makapag-issue ng gaming license sa kanilang jurisdiction without having to pass through PAGCOR.
So, sa madalit salita, maliwanag na yung binabanggit nyo na wala kayong na-issue are areas outside ng CESA. Tama po ba yan?
Tama po kayo. Yung pong hindi nasasakop ng CESA na sinasabing nakadikit or malapit po sa mga EDCA sites, doon po wala pong in-issue ang PAGCOR.
Okay, Mr. Chair. Ngayon, maraming salamat po. Ngayon, ang susunod na tatanungin ko dito ay si Sir Casio. Ano po, if I may. Iliwanag ko lang po ito.
Yes, Your Honor.
Sir Winston, yung sabi ko nga nung panahon na napanood ko yung mga nilatag mo o yung pinag-usapan ninyo ng isang platform na nag-disclose po kayo na mayroon po about more than 10 na Pogo sa loob po ng CESA. With due respect, Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang din bigyan ng pagkakataon sana ang CESA na sagutin ito kasi nagkakaroon po ng katulad ng banggit ni Chairman Al kanina, yung masamang konotasyon ng Pogo, kaya nga nila pinapalitan ng pangalan at ito, hindi ko po masagot ito ng hindi kasama ang CESA. Yes, no? Kasi sa pagkarinig ko po sa inyo, Sir Winston, hindi po kayo makapasok or si Yusek, Yusek Gilbert, gusto nyo man pero hindi po kayo makapasok sa CESA. Ngayon, yung tanong ko po, katulad nitong meron ng pronouncement, Mr. Chair, ang ating mahal na Pangulo, na total ban ang Pogo. Gusto ko lang sana malaman kung saklaw ba ito, pero unang tanong sana na ang makakasagot dito, unfortunately, wala ngayon ang CESA, Mr. Chair. Wala man lang bang kahit na isang representative? Para naman sana sila ang sasagot dito kasi mahirap din kasi na mag-akusa nang hindi sila ang sasagot dito. To give their time na sila naman ang sasagot. And I think ito yung proper forum, considering na ito iniimbestigahan na natin issue all over the country na ito at isa ito sa binanggit na ating mahal na Pangulo kahapon. So, pwede po bang i-reiterate, Mr. Chair, ang presence nila? Kasi nasa akin din yung sulat na hindi maka-attend ngayon ang SEZA at lahat po ng pamunuan nila kasi kasalukuyan ngayon ang conduct din ng PAOK. So ang tanong ko kay Yusek Gilbert, kasi dito sa sulat po ng aming mahal na Secretary, Administrator, and CEO, nakalagay po dito, may urgent lang na activity na kailangan ng joint inspection ng PNP dito sa IGSSPs. Tanong ko lang po, kasi kayo po ang inano nila dito, statements coming from the PAOK. Hindi po ba kayo sinabihan dito na magkaroon sila ng inspection?
Wala, sir. Sir, as far as PAOK is concerned, sir, wala po kaming memo na natanggap to that effect, sir.
So, Mr. Chair, para po mas maliwanag sana, pwede po bang reiterate ko lang po yung imbitasyon sa SEZA at sa kahit dun sa mga nakaraang mga administrador nila kung kailan po nagkaroon, ulitin ko lang po na nabanggit na ito nung last hearing, kung kailan nag-umpisa po yung internet o kung ano man ang tawag nila sa Pogo, kung pwede po maanyayahan po ulit sila dito para yung ibang mga katanungan na may kaugnayan po sa operasyon po sa loob po ng SEZA.
Okay, duly noted, Congressman Lara. We will be inviting over again the
past administrators.
The past, so we will be asking,
present and past.
Present and past. Okay.
Yes.
In the last hearing, we invited
nabanggit po natin na chairman pero unfortunately.
Who is the former SEZA, Kasi Secretary Katrina Ponce Enrila wrote a letter. Yes, and we acknowledge the letter.
Ano naman po.
But I think we invited also the former.
Kaso po, walang
you are reiterating the invitation again.
Yes po.
Right, okay.
Possible.
So the COMSEC is hereby directed to, again, reiterate with strong words yung mga former. Sige, go ahead.
Thank you. Kasi sa rekomendasyon ng PAOK nung last hearing, sabi nyo, tinitingnan natin ang operasyon ng Pogo outside. Kaya ang rekomendasyon nyo, why not na tingnan din natin sa loob din ng economic zone. Baka doon meron. So, para lang mabigyan din po sila ng pagkakataon na Mr. Chair, para mahirap po kasi magkaroon ng insinuation sa USEC, of course, Sir Winston, sa mga nabanggit nyo. Lalo na sa amin, sa probinsya namin, nakatutok din po kami dito at ayaw din po namin na magkaroon ng masamang konotasyon sa amin na doon po nagpupunta, nabubulabog sa ibang lugar, tapos sa amin pupunta. So, para lang po maliwanag po yun, Mr. Chair. Sa ibang mga katanungan ko sa SEZA, iantay ko na lang po ang presence nila, Mr. Chair, pero nandito na po yata ang administrador ng APECO, Secretary
yes,
Taway, tama po ba?
Yes, Your Honor. Attorney Taway, Your Honor.
Yeah. Mr. Chair, tanong ko lang kay Secretary Taway, Administrator po ng APECO. Meron po ba kayong operation ng Pogo, kung ano man ang pangalan sa inyo?
Hello. Magandang hapon po. Your Honors, please. Pagdating ko po sa APECO noong
Congressman Lara, you have last 2 minutes.
Hello. Ayan po. May I proceed, Your Honor?
Go ahead.
Pagdating ko po, Your Honor, noong October 2023 sa APECO, may isa pong licensee na nag-ooperate. Ang pangalan po ay Lucky Dragon. Napansin ko po, puro Lucky ang mga bilang personally po, hindi po kasi talaga ako naniniwala sa sugal. Kanya sinimulan ko pong kausapin ang Lucky Dragon kung po pwedeng hindi nila ituloy na ang kanilang operasyon. Hindi lamang yun, sapagkat nung dumating ako sa APECO, nakita kong walang direksyon. Puro lamang gaming, puro gaming. At malinaw na hindi nagre-redound ang benepisyo sa mamamayang Auroreño. Kaya nagkaroon po kami ng tinatawag na bagong strategic direction wherein we pivoted away from gaming, Mr. Chairman and Your Honors. Kaya inunti-unti ko po nakausapin ang may-ari ng Lucky Dragon. At ang naging puhunan ko po ang atay ko. Inuman ako sa kanila at sasabihin ko sa kanila, sinabi ko sa kanila na ayoko ng sugal. At without firing po a single shot, pumayag naman po ang Lucky Dragon. Pero nung simula, ang sabi nila kung maaari daw munang amyendahan ang lease agreement. Alam ko po na ako ay nakikipag-negotiate. Hindi po kasi ako naniniwala na papaalisin ko sila at babanatan nila ako sa korte at magbababagan kami sa korte. Sa dulo, mga big time ito. So ayoko po nun. Kaya kinausap ko lang sila ng kinausap. Sige, sabi ko, dahil tayo ay nagninegosasyon, yung isang 1,000 square meter na ino-occupy nila na administration building. By the way po, yun po, nakakalungkot dito. Kasi pagdating ko, yung admin building, list out po yung the entire admin building. And our employees po were cramped in a small 2 villas and 3 makeshift office spaces made from container vans. Habang yung aming grandiosong admin building ay inuukupa po ng Lucky